To be a conspiracy theorist to wonder exactly what President George W. Bush knew about the attack and when he knew it. According to the official White House version, it was at this moment in a Florida classroom that Bush learned the second plane had hit the World Trade Center and that the U.S. was under attack. But here's what George Bush himself said almost 3 months later when asked about September 11th.
I was sitting outside the classroom waiting to go in, and I saw an airplane hit the tower of a TV. TV was obviously on, and I used to fly myself, and I said, well, there's one terrible pilot.
What?
And it said it must have been a horrible accident. But I was whisked off there. I didn't have much time to think about it.
Wait a minute. George Bush was told about the second plane while he was inside the classroom. So you just heard him describe seeing the first plane crash on television that day. But that's impossible. No one saw the first plane crash on TV on September the 11th because the videotape of it didn't surface until the next day.
What the Bush family got going on at this point? Marvin looked just like Crowley, like splitting fucking image. If you read his autobiography, he kept detailed accounts of every adult encounter he had. When he was young, he started this shit. He wanted to be a pastor. Actually, the Pope. And somebody told him, you gotta go on the path of Jesus. That's how he wound up in Egypt in 1904. If you go look up the Book of Law, this right here is what he based a lot of his philosophies on. The Book of Law is basically like the occult scope of things. He came up with his own religion after a ritual in Egypt. It had 3 base laws. Do it thy will, love is the law, and every man and every woman is a star. This they sound. Crowley was said to have multiple attempts at making a moon child, as depicted in the movie Rosemary's Baby, that is about Crowley. After the ritual, he became convinced that his object in the world was to cure the world of sexual repression. He wanted to bring sexual impulse to the region of natural consciousness. It is alleged that Crowley was a British secret intelligence agent also. He was best friends with U.S. Navy Captain Ron Herbert and John Parsons, the one that did the rockets for NASA. Supposedly Ron Hubbard went go meet him to learn training in magic with a cape. It's a few cartoons with his hexagram on their forehead too. When he was in Egypt, he said he spoke to a deity that gave him this path. Allegedly, Charles Taze Russell, the founder of the Jehovah's Witnesses, a 33-degree Freemason, he is buried inside this pyramid outside the Great Masonic Lodge in Pittsburgh. He was an avid follower of Crowley, as you can see, the magical watchtower. He also wanted to be a pope and was told to follow the path of Jesus. That's how he became a Mason. In Crowley's biography, he said in 1924 he was in Paris doing something called the